Link the stream
Welcome.
and then...
Yeah, I'll just link the stream once it comes up on my fucking...
So Hilke was complaining about it being too early, and now it's gonna.
Yeah, this is why we do it early, by the way.
Now it's up even later.
Right, yeah, there we are. We're live. I'm just gonna link the stream quickly.
Got Tavish, you're with me next week anyway, more than likely.
Well, yeah, it depends. I'll know by tomorrow.
Depression and Clueless. On the mic.
It's a good combination.
It is,
it's a very
isn't
good
it?
combination. No, I don't want to go to Andreas. I want to.
I mean, hopefully we don't quite have as much depression. Hopefully you can try and be a bit happy to me.
Well, more will be happening, alright?
Yeah.
Right, you guys can shut your shit.
Hopefully you can try and be a bit happy to me.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Can you not play the stream? Welcome, everyone. We finally sorted this shit out. It's mine and Tavis's internet is abysmal. So we have our wonderful host, Velocity, doing that for us instead, and he's going to be director. So if he fucks up anything, you know what to expect.
Only
no
like
pressure.
a minute into the stream.
It happened last week as well, didn't it? You putting shots at me for not being depressed.
I mean, yeah, I've got to keep it consistent, haven't I? And I think that's what people love as well. I think the people love it, and I'm a man of the people. So, but yeah, we're here for Austria in qualifying, and I am looking forward to this. If I don't get disconnected or something, but either way, no, it'll be. I'm expecting another great qualifying. And it is overcast. I'm not sure if anyone can tell me what the forecast is for the race. I'd be interested to know if we have a wet race or whatever. But yeah, it's overcast. We've only got a 16-man grid, which is a bit of a shame. But either way, I'm sure they'll. Wait, does that mean no one can get eliminated from Q1 then?
One person?
One person can.
One
can you
person
count?
can,
One person will be getting eliminated. So for that one person, it'll be a bit upsetting, but Jesus, they've all come out at once.
Knock to your ego.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a real knock to your ego, isn't it? If you're last there. So yeah, you're naturally being treated to 3 commentators, so you really are lucky. We do treat you here at VIL.
Well, I mean, one of the commentators is...
Who's first out? It's Indigo. Indigo is first out, and as the VIL Maz tradition, we will follow him first, as we always do for first person. I like to give people a motive to get out first. They want to get that precious airtime, precious screen time to prove themselves. Just behind me, got Andreas. It's like, was that a McLaren in the background? I think it was Dan Murphy, defending champion, who had a brilliant fight back race. Started 10th on the grid, obviously, and managed to get up to, I think it was 4th in the end. If I do remember correctly. But anyway, Indigo coming up to start his lap. Of course, very short laps here, shorter than Austria. And considering the times we've been seeing people claim they can do in TT, we're expecting some very quick times. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, but I presume that's someone slowing up. I need to get the track map up, actually. As Indigo starts his lap now, coming into this first corner, this steep first corner. Very easy to overshoot, and he might have invalidated already, actually. But...
Gone. Just switch straight on to Andreas.
He's already screwed up his lap, and Andreas now onto his lap. He, of course, was on the podium last week, and well, you didn't really hear him, did you? Because you didn't have his seconds right when he was our only interview. That was a bit embarrassing. But either way, he's coming down to what I'd like to refer to as Albon Corner. I'm not particularly knowledgeable of the names of the corners, so I just know that this is Albon Corner, obviously, where Hamilton had a little punt. And Andreas now coming into the end of the second sector, 44.5 in that sector. See what time he can put on. He'll be the first one, of course, to set a time. And coming around the final corner now to set the first time in the session. This is the time to beat, and it is a 1 minute 3.6. Behind him is Dan Murphy, does a 1 minute 4.1. We've got Jonathan Cox in the second sector. Phil Razor now as Indigo does a 1:15.2. That obviously was in the fast lap. Phil Razor comes around now. What's it going to be? This is not a quick lap at all.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe
He
going
pulled
again.
He pulled out of the way.
Yeah, it looks like it as well. Jonathan Cox about to start his lap. He's getting out the way of people. We've got Lost Souls now. Yellow flags in Sector 3, of course, because Jonathan Cox. Lost Souls, who who impressed last week in qualifying, got unlucky in the race. Milan gets the quickest time of the race, of the qualifying so far. That's no surprise considering his times. It's a 1:03.5. Here comes Lost Souls. It's a 1:03.8. Infamous Phil is also doing a 1:04 flat, pretty much. Phil Razor now in the second sector. He's looks like he's now on a flying. Exile on his outlap, about to start his lap. We've got Farth in Sector 2. Nova also in Sector 2, but I think he's about to start a lap. Young Light's the only one still left in the pits at the moment, interestingly. But let's ride on board, shall we, at the moment, with Jonathan Cox, a defending champion. I believe he deserves some of our airtime today, as we have Indigo go third fastest with 1:03.6. Farhad also up into fourth. He had internet problems last time. Hopefully he doesn't have that, but I can sympathise with him a lot because of those problems. I'm well familiar with them. F1 fastest at 1:04.8. Jonathan Cox now coming through. I'm not giving you exactly a great commentary at the moment because on my screen...
Oh, it started raining.
The cars are lagging a bit, and we're hearing there's rain. I'm going to have to watch the stream more than anything else. This is a bit of lag. As Jonathan Cox is a 1:03.6. This is all going to be about who can do their times before the rain comes in. And at this rate,
is a struggle for Young
Lights could be in trouble.
Oh yeah, Young Lights stay.
Total P's and Young Lights. Total P's and Young Lights.
P's is only just coming in. This could be curtains for him.
Well, of course, only one person will be going out, so that might save him.
Well, everyone else is on a lap, so...
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Oh yeah, Pete is
yeah, it's coming down. It's coming down significantly heavier now. It's definitely more visible, and this is going to be affecting, obviously, people's times. YouTube Nova does a 1:04.9. Obviously, that would have been affected by the rain starting to come down, because he's usually quite quick. Young Lights is on an outlap. If he gets a time in, which Pease hasn't managed to do, with it slightly less wet, the track, he might be able to just escape that. And Energetic's also on a lap. But yeah, Pease looks like the one at the moment most in danger of elimination. Disastrous. He really should have looked at the forecast. Of course, it could change, as Energetic's only is a 1:08.3 because of the weather. This is dropping off
massively now.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge drop-off. And,
Young Lights is round.
Is that a... And he was lucky not to lose his wheel there, and he's got wing damage. And wow, 3 big drivers all throughout. I think Energetics might be okay just purely because of how much the track is going off. Of course, we don't know if the forecast is going to dry up at the end of Q1, but if it is, it's going to have to stop raining pretty soon. Someone else off there. It's a racing point.
Young Lights hit his tyre. That was pretty careless.
And I wasn't even on board at the moment.
Yeah,
was he going into the pits?
He was he was just trying to go around to come back round to the pits, and then he went into the wall.
Well, that's huge. Now Pease gets the time in. That means Young Lights is out. Well, he's out anyway, but he will be out of Q1, of course. Really, really devastating for Young Lights, who was obviously one of the quicker guys in this grid. As Total Pease goes back into the pit,
I think he knows.
He thinks he's safe now.
Well, he needs to put some time on the board. He's still 16th, so...
Is he going to wait till inters? He's not going to risk it on the softs, perhaps? Do you think that's the thinking there?
I think what we're looking at is he's going to be smart, come around on the inters, and obviously make sure he gets himself through and gets in a lap time and doesn't end up losing his wheel. As we can see loads of people
retiring. Yeah,
we could have a long 10 minutes here.
Now. Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate because all these people are pretty much safe now, although Pease does need to set a lap, otherwise he will be eliminated, and we'll have 14 drivers in.
What we'll do is we'll just stay spying on Pease, and we'll see when he comes back out.
Well, let's see. We've got someone coming out. It's Indigo, is that coming out?
Yep.
I think it's Indigo.
Yeah, we've got some guys coming out on the inters now. Droftas obviously a wizard on the inters.
Time on the inters, right?
No, but it might be because it might be raining in the rain. We don't know.
Yeah,
so.
and it might be raining in Q2 as well. You want to get some practice in for that, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, Droftas has decided against it anyway.
Yeah, most people are opting to, but I thankfully Indigo is is actually going to try and give us some entertainment here.
Well,
also, Pease, if he's listening, needs to stop being an idiot. and come out. He is coming out.
Well, he has
now.
actually loaded up the
He has heard.
inters, so
He has heard, yeah.
Just wants to do a lap on the inters instead.
yeah, we're gonna have a cheeky little 10 minutes. So if you guys can get your
wanted to go for the
facts,
safe option.
if you guys can get your facts ready,
you know we'll
and
that.
start talking
There's
about
not much
some.
movement in the chat at the moment. Actually, we've got 12 viewers, but not much talk in the chat. The Phil gang don't appear to be here.
Yeah, where's all these Brazilian barbecue talk?
Ooh, well, Indigo nearly went off there. Onto the gravel a bit in sector 2, but he's okay now.
He's going to be starting his lap now. Probably going to be just make sure he doesn't put it in the wall. Honestly, we don't want to.
Well, and that will be an improvement. No offence to him, that'll be an improvement from last week's qualifying, where of course that did happen. And he doesn't really need to do this lap, so he just needs to take it nice and easy. But he'll also maybe wanting to do a bit of a flex as well.
Yeah.
So we will see. Oh,
major wheel spin there.
Tank slapper, yeah.
I'm going to hop on board
with
Pease. He's got the lap that actually matters. So
yeah, and he's just
he does have a history of binning it as well. Let's not forget that. He got lucky in Zandvoort where he binned it about 3 times in that last corner, but didn't lose his wheel. There's a lot less pressure on him now, though. And,
well, hopefully he'll be taking it easy in this lap.
Well, you'd think so, as we now only have 2 drivers left in the session who haven't retired, and that is Total Peas and Indigo. So let's please get some nice airtime here. Hope we can enjoy it. One of the front runners, we got some talks of chat. YouTube Nova P13, not happy, came out a bit late. Hopefully do some Q2. Well, of course, but that does mean that the main thing is you're into Q2, and now you can focus on that. The time not reflective at all of your ability, though, Nova. And Droftas says rain. Of course, he loves rain. He got pole last week in the rain, so not surprising to see that he's very happy as Peas comes through sector 3 now, and this looks like quite a cautious lap, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's taking it easy, as obviously he just needs a time on the board, and he is safe, and that is pretty much Q1 concluded with 7 minutes to go. Not the greatest start to the qualifying session, and Peas with a 1:17.3. That's incredible. That man is a talent. He's a talent, and we should keep an eye on this lad. He's got a big future ahead of him. He's into Q2.
The 1:17.3.
Yeah, that's just beautiful. I don't see how you can. And Droftas saying that is rapid lap Peas. It is, and I'm glad that people realise that. That was fantastic. Wow.
People really need to appreciate this raw talent.
I mean, it doesn't get said enough, I don't think. Tavis, can you think of any interesting facts about Austria? The only one I can think about this is that obviously, we're going to name this Styrian Grand Prix just to be annoying, I think.
Hopefully, more people finish in this race than they did in the actual Austrian Grand Prix this year.
Yeah, there was only 11 finishes, of course, in the first Austrian Grand Prix, but then in the Styrian Grand Prix, a lot more finishes, of course, and. In fact, there's only been one Styrian Grand Prix, and that was won by Lewis Hamilton and got pole with Lewis Hamilton. We won't talk about the first Austria race, what happened to Lewis Hamilton, but that was a completely different track, you know, completely different country, completely different everything.
He's going into the pits there.
Indeed it is, and
wait, what's Indigo doing?
Indigo's going
again. He's still doing laps. Oh, okay, fair enough.
He's just got to be careful he doesn't put himself in the wall, or else he's going to be starting at P40.
Well, you know what, I'm very grateful to Indigo, and hopefully he is watching the stream or listening, because he's helping us out a lot by giving us something to look at on track. Although, if everyone just retire, does it go straight to Q2, do you know?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It should do, so actually it won't be the end of the world.
And he spun.
He just spun.
He should probably retire now before he
loses
the wheel. He has done.
Before that's a
that was very risky. Oh my goodness me. That must have been an absolutely heart and mouth moment for him there. And so the only elimination is Young Lights, who didn't get set a time obviously and then retired. Hit his wheel off. It would have been a straight shootout between Young Lights and Peas. But that's not going to happen.
Tell you what, though,
they went out the latest.
Just over a tenth, though, between P1 and 4. So,
yeah,
if these guys actually start
impressive.
smashing out their times, like they obviously think they're capable of.
Yeah.
We could show very quick.
Farhad is quick. I recruited him, and he is quick. Unfortunately, last week what screwed him over was his internet issues. So hopefully he doesn't have that again, because he is a quick driver. As you've seen a flash of from the Q1 pace. But yeah, we're on to Q2 now. Will the weather conditions worsen? Will they get better again? It'll be interesting. I'd quite like a dry Q3, although it looks like it's heavier. It looks like it's quite a lot.
It's going to be wet throughout, I think. Yeah. But it will make it interesting. Droftas will be bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And here's an interesting fact to you about Austria, is that 30th June 2019, of course, won by Max Verstappen with that epic battle of Leclerc. That was the youngest ever top 2 finish in F1 history.
Well, we know that F1's getting younger and younger.
The fact that you've just Googled there.
Oh, it is. I'm not.
Yeah.
We've got information, guys. 10 minutes till dry. So it is going to dry up.
That is valuable information. As Milan goes out, they're on the full wet tyres. Well, Milan is anyway. Let's get the lap data enabled. And
most likely want to be careful then. Not to bin it and save themselves for the end of Q2.
YouTube, Nova is miles ahead of everyone else. He's on it to get out.
He's gone out first. I think if it is 10 minutes till dry, I guess it's better to just get a lap in now, because if you leave it too late and
if you invalidate it,
yeah, exactly. Will we then see, if it does dry up enough, we might see some strategy then in terms of people going on the mediums, whatever, but it does depend. It may stop raining in 10 minutes, but if it's still not dry enough...
Well, the strategy around here anyway is a soft, hard, soft, medium anyway, so I can see it just being a shootout. And this grid is very tightly packed as well, so I can't really see anyone trying to get into the top 10 on the mediums.
Indeed, yeah, it'd be very, very risky. I could only see a few drivers possibly doing that. So YouTube Nova starts his lap now, coming down to that steep first corner. I'm really bad with the names here. I don't know any of the names of the corners here, as we see a racing.
Do you want to get a track map up?
You know what? That's quite rude to suggest that, but yeah, I probably will.
But you do need it.
Yeah, I do need it. As we got a yellow flag in Sector 3, but that's someone going slow. I can see on the track map. Yeah. YouTube Nova and the Haas, obviously his teammate Indigo. It's a strong pairing. So you come down to the Albon corner. I will quickly get the track up before, so I don't have to keep referring it to that.
Yeah, you could just name the corners by all the major.
We could have the Raikkonen corner where his tyre came up. Yeah.
Full corner.
Well, the Alfa Romeos have been dreadful this season anyway. Been falling apart left, right and centre, and obviously the Alpha Tauris have had 2 rear left punctures now.
This doesn't have the name of the corners, but it does have the numbers. As he comes through turn 9 now and into 10,
invalid.
And that's invalidated, so we'll come off him. Who's next on the track?
Farhad's on, it's Milan.
Right, so we'll go on board with Milan then. And
we'll
be frustrated.
No, I'm wrong. It's Droftas who's going to be
first. But we'll as soon as he's going to go across the line, Milan will be right behind him. Droftas is going across the line now, and it is a 1:14.012, pretty much a 1:14 flat. What can Milan respond with?
That's extremely close.
That gap is unbelievable. And obviously these two are very quick, as Total Piece is a 1:14.1, Infamous Pillars
barely
pace there with a 1:16.1. But that is so close between
the top 3. We've got Phil Razor coming round as well.
These are the 3 that will probably be the front runners for pole, I would say. Certainly off raw pace, and that's Indigo's off, and he's hit his wing. He's okay though.
Phil Razor's gone 4th. He's 4 tenths off.
Indigo's spinning again. He's not comfortable in those wet conditions, is he? He really isn't. As we got Exile with a 1:15.4.
has turned up, by the way. Phil Gang has turned up.
Excellent to see.
Nice.
Phil Gang back in the chat. So I'm on board now with Lost Souls, who's in the first sector.
Ooh, where are
There's a yellow flag in Sector 2, but someone going slow, so ignore that.
Yeah, Indigo going slowly.
We did miss you, Leonardo. We did miss you, and we've got another time on the board. And I can see
That's
that.
Droftas going even quicker.
That's 6/10 nearly
Christ.
quicker than Milan. That's incredible.
That's staggeringly quick. That
He
is.
says he likes the wet.
Yeah, well, he proved it last week with Pole, and he's proving it again. And that Renault drifts round from Jonathan Cox, round that final corner. Pretty much drifts round. He invalidated, I think. Yeah, he did. He got a 115, but it was invalid. So I think he's going again. But yeah, he drifted round that turn 10. Who else we got on the lap?
We've got Lost Souls coming round, and there's a Haas very, very far off the
That's an
interesting
interesting one.
Yeah, that's
That is
Indigo.
a very interesting one.
I don't
Indigo
know what.
is
I
really
think he's just trying
struggling
to
in
get
his
P8
out of the
there
way.
for Lost Souls. P8.
So who
We've
got on
got
the lap? Jonathan
Nova
Cox
on a
is
map.
lap.
Have we?
On a map, interesting. He is on the track map. That's a certain YouTube Nova now through turn 9.
There we go.
Coming down to turn 10. YouTube Nova.
Going to be a little way off the pace here.
He invalidated, of course, his first lap. But he's got
Got
one on the board now.
14.5.
A 1:14.5. We've got Jonathan Cox in sector 2. There's a car going very slowly to let him
He's
through.
got a purple
He's done a
sector
purple.
too.
Yeah, 51.4, I think it was, in the middle sector, as you said. Energetics has put in his first lap. It's a 1:23.078, so I'm guessing, obviously, that something went wrong in that lap. Jonathan Cox now coming through turn 10. Got to be careful not to
Very
invalidate
close.
here. And it's going to be a 1:14.6. So we are now currently in the drop zone. We've got Exile and Famous Pillars, Energetics, Dan Murphy, and Farhad.
I think Dan's waiting
are yet to do a lap.
Well, Dan's got the mediums fitted, so he's definitely waiting for it to dry up. Whether it's going to dry up in time, it's going to be another
surely it won't dry
question.
up in mediums.
Energetics
This
now on
is
another
Austria,
lap,
though,
but
so-
it's another poor lap here from Energetics. It's going to be in the 1:25, so surely he's going again. Maybe he's fueled that car up enough for another go, because currently he's in the drop zone, and now so is Lost Souls, because
Oh, Energetics on the Inters. So maybe
Indigo's done a
it's drying up a bit.
1:14.6. Andreas with a 1:14.1. Look how close it is between those second, third, fourth, and then you've got Droftas, who's 6/10 clear. Kind of crazy that. F1 Path and 7th. So yeah, the ones at risk at the moment are all in the. Wow, it's so close. The 1:14.6s, and then you've got a 1:14.7 and 11.
Bit of a slide from Energetics there.
I think
Yeah, he
Energetics
really
is
needs
struggling
to-
right now. He's
Well, he
waiting
is
for it to
7
dry
tenths
up.
up, but he is not. That's not going to be enough at the moment, because obviously his time was 1:23 flat, and so you've got some big names there down in the elimination zone at the moment. Energetics, Lost Souls, Dan Murphy, Farhad, and Infamous Pillars, all big names. I mean, to be fair, the league is stacked with quick drivers, so there's always
Well,
going to be some
Infamous
big
Pillars
names
just got a
eliminated.
purple sector 1, so
Indeed, he
don't
did.
count this guy out yet.
Marlene, he can definitely go quicker than that. As we see, VIL Energetics come through turn 8 and now 9.
It's definitely
It's
getting
looking still
drier.
slow. It's looking
Yeah, but
still
it's
too
surely
slow.
not dry enough for slicks.
No,
Just
no,
sitting
not
on
at
board
all.
here with Infamous Pillars.
Energetics
He's
can
got
only
another
improve to a
purple
120.
sector 2. He's 6/10 up on his time. It's going to be a quick one, this one, for Infamous
It
Pillars.
is.
It could
And look at that
really...
in that black Merc.
Dan Murphy coming out the pits.
This black mark
Yeah.
does look very,
Oh, no,
very
he's- no,
nice.
he's not. Never mind.
But we have
Lies
got
from
people
our
waiting,
co-commentator there.
really giving us the information that we need. But that's Infamous Pillar going
And-
P2.
Yeah, 1:39. He's the second person to break into the 1:13s, but still quite a way off Droftas, who understandably would be absolutely
Milan
elated.
going to
Unfortunately-
1:37 now, P2.
Unfortunately for him, though, Droftas, it looks like it might dry up, which is actually probably bad for him. And Milan saving it there. Really nearly went into the barrier there.
Energetics
We've got
is
Infamous
still
Pillars
going.
on a lap.
He's on
How
his
much fuel did he
lap
put
3. I think he might be doing the race
He's
in
only,
qualifying here.
he's only slightly up there, so it's going to be another slow lap, I think. I'm not really
he's
sure
still
what he's
risky
gaining
with
out
the
of this.
Inter though. Yeah.
I'm not sure really what he's gaining out of these laps, to be honest, right now. Because
Oh, we've got Dan and Farhad who still haven't set a time. They're really risking it, waiting for it to dry up. But I think it's only going to get to Inter's conditions. But Energetic's going
this
again.
isn't going to be enough for drives. this isn't going to be enough for drives. Look at how much rain.
We might
there
get a
is on the
dry
track.
Q3, but there's no chance of a dry Q2.
Exactly. So why aren't they going out? Because currently they're not in Q3. So it seems a very
They
odd.
need to start getting some laps in.
Indigo's on a lap. He, of course, is in the danger zone. Lost Souls also on a lap, but Indigo's slightly ahead, and he's gone a 10th quicker through Sector 1 there. He's coming up to the end of Sector 2. What can he do here? Indigo, of course, he was looking quick, but then had that nightmare in Zandvoort in the rain. And then, of course, had a bit of a nightmare in the race as well, but we know he is quick from that eval race. He's done a purple middle sector, 5/10 up, Indigo. Of course, that might just be the glitch, but either way, it's certainly 5/10 up.
Definitely drying up, though, I can tell you that.
It is, but it's still not going to be dry enough for dry tyres, surely. But Indigo now coming through, maybe into conditions at the end. Indigo just needs to make sure it doesn't invalidate. Is this going to be an improvement? It should be. It is. It's a 1:13.6, and that is the closest anyone's got to Droftas so far. And that is Indigo surely through now, unless the track significantly dries.
Droftas is our very own Rainmaster, isn't he, really?
He really is. Indigo, is he going again? He is, because he's just improved from this first sector. We've also got Andreas on an outlap. Jonathan Cox is now moved into 10th, so he's currently right on the cusp, but not anymore, because Lost Souls has now improved to a 1:14.2, and that's, I was just about to say,
well, Jonathan Cox has just improved,
but now he's back in it.
Well, he's improved on his time by 2/10, so we're going to be looking at something quite nice here, hopefully, that can just secure him into the top 10. Obviously, I think these guys are now accepting that it's not going to be dry in 10 minutes, and Jeff is retarded.
Is Dan Murphy waiting for the intermediates then? But even then, that's a bit risky. He's going to have to go out soon.
Oh,
it's
now
only
he's
3
going
minutes
out.
remaining.
He's going. Dan Murphy leaving the pits now.
Thank you for that, Tavis. Yeah, he's leaving now. Oh, that's very wide. He's invalidated, and that is a real blow there for Jonathan Cox, because that probably would have got him safe. Lost Souls is down this time. I think he's coming into the pit. Indigo is going again. By the looks of it, he is going again.
Dan Murphy's out on the full wets as well, so
maybe he's not going to dry up enough.
We're going to go sit on board with Dan here. And we're just going to see what he can do. Obviously, he needs to be a 1:14.6 to get himself into safety. But that's not really going to guarantee him his way through. You want to see him more at a 14.2 to really secure yourself in.
To be safe, I think, yeah, a 1:14.3 and downwards probably is going to be a safe time. Because of course Farhad's quick, Energetics we know can go quicker, but he's struggling in these wet conditions. Jonathan Cox we also know can
Dan getting out the way there for a Renault.
Yeah.
Really getting out the way, almost coming to a stop.
Of Jonathan Cox, who is up on his time. Jonathan Cox is up on his time, but he's still invalidated, so he must be invalidated for the next lap as well, so that's very painful. So we'll stick on board then with Dan Murphy as he's about to start his lap.
Jonathan Cox is coming in now. It might be the end of his qualifying. He will be very much pushed for time if he can get himself back out.
And yeah, meanwhile Dan Murphy starts his lap. Surely it's not going to be enough time for Energetics to come out either, or Farhad.
Well, we've got Farhad coming out now.
And there's also an AlphaTauri there coming out.
Of Exile.
Energetics is surely got to come out. He is coming out now, but he should be okay. It's a 17.7.
Coming out on the inters again.
It's a purple first sector. It's a purple first sector for Dan Murphy. And did you say Hilke was on Energetics?
He's on inters, yeah.
He is gambled there.
Again.
But it is massively drying up here, so he might have done the right thing, because honestly, looking at this rain, it is slowing down, and obviously the amount of water.
Yeah.
Pete has gone 13.3.
He's proving that. Yeah, he's proving that with a 1:13.3. Brilliant time. We'll stick on board though with Dan Murphy, because he's done a purple middle as well as a purple first. The track is drying up. Everyone out apart from Indigo, Jonathan Cox and Lost Souls, they might be at danger, you know, because if the track does quicken enough, certainly for the intermediates, we'll have to see anyway, because here comes Dan Murphy. He doesn't invalidate it. Bit of a shaky exit there, but he is going to be in a 1:14.0. That should be him safe. Who's next? We got Andreas.
Possibly.
Who's down on his time. We've got YouTube Nova, who's right on the cusp of being
Well, he's gone
eliminated.
purple. He's gone 4 temps quicker. He's going to improve as long as he doesn't invalidate.
Well, the thing is, he has had problems with invalidation. Look how busy that Sector 3 is, though. He's got a Ferrari right in the way. Oh, and that Ferrari he will not be happy with at all. That was a bit dodgy there, if I say so myself.
Phil Razor, that Ferrari.
Oh, and I please don't kill me, Phil Gang. But YouTube Nova can only improve slightly, and I wonder if we will be seeing that going to the stewards, because that's certainly impacted YouTube Nova's time. He will be very frustrated. Phil also starting his lap now. Indigo, the only one to have retired. We've got everyone on laps apart. Andreas coming into the pits. Dan Murphy's done another purple second sector.
Well, I'm going to be sitting on board here with Droftas, our reign master, as we say. He is on the intermediates. We'll see if he can improve and show everyone really how it's done.
Energetics is 8/10 up on his time as well. Of course, he is currently in 14th place. He will be eliminated. Farhad hasn't done a time yet. He's about to set his time. He comes across and he's invalidated. Oh, that's devastating for him.
P15 for him then.
That's painful. Yeah. Dan Murphy, then confirmation it is 1:13.6, puts him third currently. But here comes Energetics. He's invalidated. He's invalidated his time.
Now going for first there
and
with a 1:13.2.
Energetics is out. He's invalidated his time.
Jonathan
Cox
king of the
is out. He's not going to improve. He's 8 seconds down. What about Farth? Farth is on the wet tyres. Currently, Nova's through. Phil Razor's through. Lost Souls. Andreas.
He's invalidated.
These Pillars, Droftas, and now we just look for Jonathan Cox.
No, Jonathan Cox is going to be out. He's 9 seconds down. He's lost his front wing. He's 100% lost part of his front wing. Yeah.
There we have it then. We have some big names out of Q2. We lose Farhad, VIL Energetics, Exile, Jonathan Cox, and F1 Farhad. And YouTube Nova just slips through. And that is probably justice, considering he did get held up a bit by Phil Razor. So we have the top 10 for Q3 that will be in the shootout. Droftas, Infamous Pillars, Total Peace, Dan Murphy, Indigo, Milan, Andreas, Lost Souls, Phil Razor, and YouTube Nova.
I'll tell you what though, the guys who have been dropped out here aren't any slouches themselves. These guys are known in other leagues as rapid drivers, so honestly it just shows how stacked this grid is.
And of course the conditions shake everything up. I wonder if the track is drying up, will we have a dry Q3 perhaps? We will have to see. As I can see, there's already action in the stewards report from YouTube Nova, I think reporting the Ferrari of Phil Razor, so he'll be taking a virtual trip to the stewards. But yeah, I mean, we'll wonder if we will have a dry Q3 by the end of it. I don't think obviously it'll be dry enough for the start, but perhaps we could see the top 10 shootout going on dry tyres, but we'll have to see. I don't think it will be at the start because it is still wet, and we're just waiting now for Lost Souls to come into the pits, and then we can well, it says he's in the pits, so I'm not really sure. There we go, he's retired from the session, and we get ready for Q3 then. Right, I'm going to ask you now, based off what we've seen, and I know it could be dry, but who's your man for pole, do you reckon?
If it's dry, I'm going to back Milan. He's looked absolutely rapid in the dry. If it's wet, it's going to be Droftas all day for me. He's absolutely dominant.
I have to agree that if there's no dry running at all, Droftas should get pole. But I'm going to go for a slightly different pole sitter if it's dry, and I'm going to go for Total Peas actually.
But the front runners are all very close together.
There's 0.003 of a second between Droftas and Infamous Pillars, so I feel like he's been slept on a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe Infamous Pillars, of course, making his debut in VIL could potentially get that result. Jonathan Cox saying, I am stupid. I'm guessing the invalidation. Unfortunate for you, Jonathan, we know obviously you're quicker than that. Just that's what those conditions can do.
And it's raining again.
To validate anyway, and it is raining again. But will it dry up? If you could let us know if we are going to get any dry action in Q3, would be appreciated. But yeah, it is at the start.
If it's already raining now, there might not be enough time for it to dry up enough.
Well, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see.
It will have to stop within the next 2 or 3 minutes, I think, if we're going to get any dry running.
I agree. the track doesn't dry up that quickly around here.
We have got some movement from Haas actually,
it's definitely
and
intermediate.
Alpha.
It's definitely intermediate conditions at the
Right,
moment.
our first man of Andreas coming out then. We'll get on board with him and we'll just see. It's Defo Inters.
Yeah, he likes to be the first one out, doesn't he, at the moment? I think it's because he knows he gets the screen time, because he was always pretty much the first one out at Zandvoort. And he's the first one out here at Austria. Behind him...
Oh, someone's just spun out the pits.
Have they spun?
That is Indigo. It's Indigo. He's come out the pits and he's lost it straight away.
Do you know what? I think he's loving life spinning, if I'm being really honest.
I think he absolutely despises the wet. From what we've
To be honest, I think he might be in the wrong sport. He might be wanting to be a ballerina or something. I'm really not sure, but...
His spins are certainly impressive. So yeah, we got Andreas, Indigo, Milan.
We've got a Nova fan in the comments now. We're going to get some gangs going on
Nova. Yeah, maybe
NX Correct.
Phil Gang and Nova Gang. Maybe they're going to have a little gang war.
So
Andreas about to start his lap now. We've got
Andreas
Indigo, Milan,
has
Nova,
invalidated his. He's invalidated his outlap.
So it doesn't matter.
No, he's invalidated his outlap. So.
Yes, that's going to cost him massively. He comes across the line to start his lap, which is an invalidation, of course. Indigo about to start. Here's Milan, Nova, Dottas, P's and Pillars. Here comes Andreas, and that was very risky. He had a little bit of a shake there as he came through.
I tell you what, Nova Gang is coming in strong. We've got two of them now, just taking over the comments.
Nova is actually, I think, the next car behind Andreas, correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah, no, you are wrong. It's Infamous Pillars.
Well, there you go, I am quite often wrong. Andreas is coming down to the end of Sector 2. Now, I've lost my track map, but...
Well, with these current conditions, it'll be a close battle between Infamous Pillars and Droftas.
You've got to say those two are the favourites for pole, considering what their times are doing, but don't rule out Andreas because he is quick and he is very consistent, crucially consistent, whether it be qualifying or the race. So he's going to set the first time. At the moment, we're going to see what he's going to do. He has to obviously crucially stop from invalidating. He hasn't invalidated, and he's going to come across the line to set a 1 minute 11.8. So that track is really drying up.
Definitely
the
dry,
quickest was a 1:13 in Q2, and Infamous Pillars has gone a tenth quicker, 1:11.7. YouTube Nova 1:12.1. The time starting to come tumbling down. Phil Razor does a purple first sector.
Droftas going on pole there.
Get excited. Droftas go pole. Well, currently on pole with a 1x.
But it's not exactly far apart. If we're looking at 2 to 3, if you look at the difference between them three, that's unreal.
Oh yeah. Especially in these conditions as well.
I'm going to sit on board with Phil Razor as he comes around the final 2 turns.
Phil Razor now through.
So, robot commentator there, and...
just about keeping and he's in.
That is a real robot commentator.
Robbie, would you like to try and sort your internet out? Yeah, Andy's gone, so I'll take over for now. It's a really good job I am here, or else you guys would be absolutely done. But I'm going to sit on board with Lost Souls here, coming around. These 2 double lefts, Maz's left. If anyone can shoot him an invite, please, that would be great. Obviously we can't, we're commentators. But what we're going to do is coming around the final 2 corners. Droftas going even quicker though, but having a bit of a snap there. And he needs to have another snap, but he's going to come across the line and set a 1:12.7. Am I the host of the party now?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, great. I'm just going to try and get Robbie back into the party. And he is back. Well,
my commentary contribution. My internet is so bad, but yeah, I've got the invite back. I will be joining back, so I'll leave you in the capable hands of velocity and less capable hands of Tavis.
Indigo just exit in the Albano corner, coming around to the double left-hander. Looking quite good, but obviously we know he's not the most confident in the wet. Setting a purple sector 2 though, as I keep losing the delta time every single session, so I can't look at what they're doing.
It does, it resets every time.
But what we're going to do is coming around the final two turners, obviously looking a lot more clean than Lost Souls did, having that snap of oversteer. He's looking very nice, drying up massively now, and he's going to go with a 1:11.5 now. He's not going to be able to, he's 1/10 off Droftas, so this man is on another level really. As we've got Phil Razor on a lap, improving by half a tenth there. Coming round the double right, and we're going to be seeing him possibly improve, not necessarily moving up any positions. He's invalidated, he's not going to be improving at all.
Commentators curse that.
Yeah, but we have got, we're going to see some dry running by the way guys, especially in the last 2 minutes, so...
Yeah, Dan Murphy's got the softs attached.
Oh, I've lost that as well, haven't I?
Oh, and I'm back.
Detail fitted. Well, I'm glad you're back, because I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up on my own with all these millions of times about to be set in the last 2 minutes, because this is going to be dry enough for a shootout. So, Droftas is going to be...
most people are...
Droftas is going to be absolutely crying about this, so he's not going to be happy, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, this is dry already. We're going to sit on ball.
That was rapid. I said it doesn't dry up very quickly, but I swear that was instant.
No, it just stopped raining and it was just gone.
Realistic.
The water got teleported to Narnia there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the Red Bull engineers obviously must have got their towels out and cleaned up the whole track instead of just a grid slot this time.
Well, but they get away with it, so why not?
Andreas is improving. I'm just wondering if he's going to stick with it and possibly start...
If he does a lap now, he is sticking with it. And he will have time, obviously, to do another lap, but he's got really wide... Oh, no, he hasn't. That was my lag. And he's going to cross the line 1:11.9.
He did slow down for a short period of time, but I think he's realised he needs to get back in and out as quick as possible now. He's put himself...
He will have comfortably enough time, though.
He's giving himself a little bit more pressure than he needs to, though. Obviously...
Yeah.
He could have come out and done 2 laps, possibly, but now he's only left time for 1.
They're only going to be doing 1 lap anyway, because you're going to come out.
A reminder, currently on provisional pole, we have last week's pole sitter in Droftas, but we are looking at a drying circuit and possibly a dry run, so that could change, with Indigo only a 10th off him, then a 3rd Milan, who won the race, Total P's in 4th, Infamous Pillars in 5th.
Well, it's just water vapour now coming off the back of this Alfa Romeo. It's barely raining, there's no rain at all, it's just... Obviously, it's a bit too much.
Will 100% be softs by the end, so that's confirmation.
Okay, so
he's crying as well.
See, yeah, we knew he wouldn't be happy about it. Obviously,
yeah,
him being an absolute wonder in the rain.
First driver's out. Is that Andreas? Or...
No, Andreas is just coming.
No, that wasn't the first driver out. They trolled me. I was looking at the pit lane there.
So should we have a little game and say who do you think will be the first one out? Obviously,
I think Dan Murphy, because he still needs to settle up.
Well, I actually do think it could be Andreas. If I'm being really honest, I think he'll be in and out as quickly as possible.
I agree with Tavis. I think Dan Murphy's probably considering as
to be fair though, these guys
to be coming out soon.
You want to be the last one across the line though in drying conditions. That's the thing. We might have an Italy. Oh, here we go. No, it's a Renault. It's a Renault. McLaren. Renault.
No, it's an
AlphaTauri. Look, I went through every single.
How badly? Yeah, you go. DRS enabled. That's when you know perfect soft conditions, pretty much. And it was the AlphaTauri of Droftas.
Tauri of Droftas, yeah.
As immaculate repeat from Little P's coming out now as well. Do you think traffic is going to play a part here?
Yeah, especially with these guys coming out now. They're going to realise they've not got as much time as they thought they had. There's a Haas at the very, very back. That's Indigo. He's really cutting it close, but I think they're all easily going to have enough time to get over this line. Obviously, it's a 1 minute free lap time around here, so they're all going to be chilling.
They're going to have to space out a bit, especially, I don't know if you see there, Sector 1 on the track map, as we see Total P's Milan letting, his Williams teammate, their Lost Souls, letting him through. Of course, the teammates came to blows last week out in the race. But they've obviously moved past that, and they're looking. I think Williams will be a real threat for the constructors if they can get finishes in, because pace-wise they're probably one of the quickest pairings on the grid.
Droftas now starting his lap, shortly followed by Infamous Pillars and then YouTube Nova. So that's how we're going to be looking at it.
Oh, really?
And
Megatron in the commercial.
We've now got someone coming to the pits. Lost Souls has come into the pits and retired. So...
Oh dear. What happened there?
I don't know. Obviously Robbie's world's laggiest person at the moment, so he'll be lagging out in a second, more than likely. We're going to stick on board with Droftas.
Bullying me.
We're going to stick on board with Droftas coming around the double left, obviously going purple. I mean, that is kind of impressive that he is doing a purple time. But we're going to see him come through the final
he messed up
two
his first
corners.
Corner, though.
Which
I
could
don't think
cost
this is
him.
going to be that quick. I mean, if it actually, knowing him, it probably still will be, but not as quick as it could have been, because of that first corner when he went really deep. It'd be a 1:11.4.
He's still quicker there, and Nova coming.
Second
Nova
up.
invalidated. So that's big.
Indigo's the second up, by the way.
That's pretty impressive. But we've got Milan coming across. See if he can take temporary pole. No, he can't. Oh, Indigo's now gone into the wall. He's had an absolute mare. Indigo's
Murphy with a 1 minute fight.
Andreas has actually gone pole, which I completely missed. He's gone with 5.8. So, and Phil Razor going P3.
Yeah.
And I've left the session. And Dan Murphy got P3.
Indigo has had another mare in quali, so he's going to have to sort that out. But what we're looking at here is Andreas on pole position for the Styrian Grand Prix. Then we've got Dan Murphy P2, Phil Razor P3, P's P4, P5 is Droftas. I don't know the rest because I've just lost my leaderboard's timing sheet, but if we could give Maz like 16 invites.
I have sent him an invite.
Yeah, can anyone let me know if you know a place that does good discounts on nooses? Because I am currently looking.
Well, what we've got then is Milan going P6, Infamous Pillars P7, Indigo P8, Nova P9, and Lost Souls P10. Obviously, those three not having the greatest quali sessions, not being able to improve. But obviously, it all comes down to the race. Milan, we know, is very good on race pace. Total P's, I know, is a whiz on race pace. Especially near the end of a stint. We know Andreas is very consistent as well. Same with Dan Murphy. That's the reason he won the championship last season. And obviously Phil Razor is a bit unknown around here, but obviously he has his little gang that will hopefully see him through.
Should be a close battle for the front runners. Certainly at the start of the race. First. The whole race.
Well, with Jonathan Cox now naming Indigo Spindigo instead, so which seems very fitting. So, and Maz is now gone. He won't need an invite, but he will eventually come back. It's a very, very good job I'm hosting, or else he would have never got a stream going.
I mean, my internet was a bit dodgy at the start, but his.
Really? This has got worse the further we've gone on. But Yeah, I feel like we might be seeing some memes about this later on, and I'm going to very much enjoy them. I'm not sure how he's doing this. He's the only one in his house as well, I'm pretty sure. So, unless he's just got on 8
yeah, Henry's
million
not even there.
things. So, but we are waiting a little while for everyone to come in. And Robbie now
Robbie
saying
need another
he's
invite to the
restarting his internet, so we'll
That's a
get
good
him.
idea.
But we are looking at the predicted stop strategy. It's either a soft medium or a soft hard. The soft medium runners are going to have to go 1 or 2 laps longer if they're going to try it. I don't know if they are going to though. And obviously, if you want to take us through what you think will happen.
I don't know.
Thank you very much. Well, obviously, Andreas now breaking away. Same with Phil Razor breaking away from the rest of the pack. He's just having a little gap there. Maybe just doing his own pace, doing what he wants, being a bit of a cool kid, really. I'll be interested on knowing what happened to Lost Souls, obviously. He's not had the greatest start to the season. I know he's very quick, but he's not doing too well. Is ghosting on? Yes, it will be, because obviously that it's on default, and but yeah, Nova, don't be trying to drive through anyone. It doesn't work like that. But we have got now Andreas slowed it right down. We've got actually quite a massive gap from Young Lights to Andreas, so they might be sitting on the grid for a little while. So it does look like Dan Murphy's on the softs. I don't know how he's managed that. No, Dan Murphy's on the mediums,
no,
sorry.
Dan Murphy's on the mediums.
But I don't know how he's managed that. Oh yeah, now I know, because it was obviously a wet quali for Q2.
Oh, yeah.
So
Free choice. But we've got a pretty 50-50 split of
yeah.
softs and mediums.
Because what I'm going to do is get the fitted... Oh, no, I'm not, apparently. There we go. As we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away... No,
we don't.
and away we go for the Styrian Grand Prix. As Andreas has got a good start there. But Phil Razor's got a brilliant start. He's going to go around the outside. It looks like Total P's just get wing damage straight away. I'm not sure. No, he hasn't. But he's looking for the way through straight away. That's wide. A closing door there. But there, look at the battling on the background as well. Total P's got the inside. He's going to make it. And that's going to be a double over. That's a double overtake there for P's. He's going to be able to make that stick. He's going to have the inside line as we've got Phil Razor going down the inside. Phil Razor's just made a double overtake there, but obviously this is a bit metal. As Andreas is just walking away at the moment, obviously these two battling massively. Phil Razor got the inside line for the double left, and he's going to hold that position there. Dan Murphy losing out from that battling by 3 places there. We've got Indigo moving up into P8, but Total Peace all over the back of Phil Razor. Really wanting to get past. Obviously he probably thinks he's quicker. He can see this win, and we've got yellow flags in sector 3. As I'm going to quickly look on board, we've got a couple drivers in the pits already. We're going to just have a look on what's happening with them.
There was a collision between a Renault and a Haas like early on.
Yeah, we've got Exile, Young Lights. Yeah, they're all switching their nose cones. But we've got Indigo, who's lost out massively. Total P's has had an issue. He's down into P3. Milan was looking... And Phil Razor seems to have let P's go, maybe knowing there was an issue. But he's now... having an issue. He's having many issues. Phil Razor maybe being a little bit too aggressive. And he's now in P4. And he's lucky he didn't get passed by Droftas and Dan Murphy as well. But as they are sort of settling in a little bit here now. Just trying to look at the biggest battles going on. We've got a 3-second penalty now for Lost Souls. He's looking quite strong. Well, I say that, he's in P10, he hasn't made any positions or lost any positions. I can't tell you if anyone's got wing damage though, because I can't... Lost Souls does have wing damage. Just thought I would add that in. Now Peter's going to be on a mission now to chase down Andreas. Obviously shortly followed by... We've got Dan all over the back of Phil. He's taking the outside. He's going to go for the switchback. He's not going to be able to get that. Those medium tyres are not liking it. But got internet Phil going. He's trying to reconnect. Oh, apparently Phil's having internet issues as we have Farf go around the outside, it seems, of infamous pillars. He's looking quite good there. And he's going to be trying to now go on the attack on Indigo. Obviously, Indigo all closing up. These are going to be very, very close gaps. It's going to be difficult to see what's happening because obviously I'm 99% sure there is going to be a bit of training going on. But the back three who did pit are going to be hoping probably for a safety car because to get them back in this race. Farhad all over the back now of Lost Souls. Obviously Lost Souls has wing damage, so he's going to be under attack. We're going to just sit on board with Farhad, and there's no way that's happening. But Droftas and Indigo are now going side by side. Droftas keeping it down the inside, and Indigo around the outside, and getting that move done. F1 Farf is now on the attack of Droftas. And I'm just gonna invite Robbie back to the party. Apparently he had no invite, which is brilliant to see. Yep. And luckily I didn't miss anything. As it sees, Andreas is actually dropping total Ps. He's dropped him by 5 tenths now. Indigo's really going to be going on the attack now. He's got to get past Dan Murphy next to get onto the back of this soft runner train. I think Dan Murphy's finally sort of lost it, but he does look massively under pressure here as well. We have invited you now, Robbie, if he can get himself back in. Have you invited him to the lobby?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, cool. Now we are looking at... Nothing's happening here. But he's got a DRS, he's using overtake, he's going to have the inside line there. And is he going to make this stick? Yes, he is. Dan Murphy being smart about it and not really challenging. Now, we've got a little clump now. So, I'm just going to ask Robbie if he is joining back.
Farhad gets 3-second time penalty. Answer those pillars.
We've got Indigo actually really quickly closing in now on Phil Razor. He's on a mission at the moment. He might be looking at getting fastest lap here. Yes, he does. A 1:6.33. And Jonathan Cox picks himself up with a 3-second time penalty as well. It's going to be hard to keep up with, really. Yeah. But Total P's now pulling in by another 5 tenths, and Phil Razor taking the inside, the defensive line. But it does look like Indigo's gonna get a good exit. There's no DRS for for Phil Razor. There's yellow flags. That's Lost Souls who's
Indigo
gone
trying
out.
To go around the outside of.
And we're just going to quickly stick on board with Lost Souls, see what's happened with him. I think he just made a mistake, spun it, and he is going to be near the back of the grid. He's not having a very nice time of it. Indigo is all over the back of Phil Razor. Every single second here, he's behind him. He's going to be losing time. So... maybe cooling the engine down, I would assume there, but we have now got... He's still on the attack, but he's going to be losing time all the time. Jonathan Cox picking up another 3-second time penalty. So it's just a lap ago where I just mentioned that the first time.
Yeah.
But we've now got... Oh, this is where this move's going to be done, I think. Oh, no. Bit of late move in there. Indigo's not going to be too happy. He's going to move down the inside. Going to be a bit more aggressive.
Right on the back of Dan Murphy as well.
And Phil Razor has made... being passed there now. Indigo's going to be on the attack and going to try and get on the back of that little train that's going on at the front. And we've got a slow move in. Young Lights has actually retired from the session. Slow moving Red Bull there. And I'm not sure what's happening there. Obviously Droftas all over the back. Oh, he's dropped a lot of time there. Dropped 3 temps or so. But he's still going to be in DRS. There's a massive DRS train that's going on. So if you're not on the back of the next car behind, you could struggle. Whether Droftas is going to be able to make the move here or not, it's going to be another question.
Both on the mediums.
So what we've got is Phil Razor looking to attack Indigo as well. Indigo having a massive lock up there, going into Hamilton Albano corner. So obviously I feel like people are settling in a little bit here, and it's really hot in my room. So I'm just trying, and Dan Murphy picking up a 3-second time penalty. It looks like penalties are going to decide a lot around here. As Pease is slowly reeling in Andreas here. They're getting towards the pit window, so obviously we know Pease is very good on tyres when they like die off, so maybe that's what it is. He's dropped actually out of the DRS range of Milan. So here we go. Milan seems to be struggling to keep up with Pease. And now
so we should be in for a good battle between Andreas and Pease.
It seems like they might be on their own as well, because Droftas and Dan are battling away now, and now F1 Faf is on the back of him. Droftas going down the inside, and is he going to be able to make that stick?
Very close.
Not quite. He's going to have the outside, and he's going to have to settle in again. F1 Faf having a brilliant view of this battle right now, and we're going to sit on board with Faf and watch it from maybe a chase cam almost perspective, because I feel like a move is going to be made very soon. But then again we have Energetics on the back of Infamous Pillars, which will be an interesting one to see. Obviously he's not had the greatest quality, and Droftas closing up very quickly now to the back of Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy is going to be struggling, opening that DRS slightly late there for Droftas. That's not going to be too great. He's going to go on the inside though, and he's going to be, is he going to be better on the brakes? He makes it, but Dan might get the better run here. He does, and he's back past. That's really unfortunate for Droftas, but that's an amazing switchback. And Fast coming at Droftas now, sticking it down the inside.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be able to make that stick either. Just shows how difficult it is to make a move. But Pease has actually just dropped off 2 temps to Andreas. Faf going pretty wide there. Maybe his medium runners are starting to struggle a little bit. Energetics now picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. He's sitting 3 seconds behind, well, 3 temps, sorry, behind Infamous Pillars, and does seem to be struggling to almost catch him. Infamous Pillars picking up a 3 seconds, so that's all stable for those two now. We've got Indigo all over the back of Phil Razor. I don't know when they switched back, but Indigo and Phil's on 6% ERS, which is a bit mental. Oh, a big snap of oversteer there. And now we've got Droftas gonna see if he can come at Dan Murphy, which he's gonna not do. F1 Faf is going to be still out of range pretty much. And it does look a bit like it's samed out a bit. Indigo spun it. Indigo has spun it. Massive wing damage there. He's reversing straight off.
Reversing onto the track. Bit dangerous there.
I think he's where no one's there. Yeah. Oh, and he's around again. He's having an absolute nightmare.
Not good.
But Milan picked up a 5-second stop-go penalty for speeding into the pit lane, so he's not going to be too happy. Maybe pitting a little bit early onto those mediums. But Exile now picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. So Indigo's going to have to come into the pits. And he smashed it though on the speed limit. Indigo has retired though, so I'm wondering why he did brake for that, but you know,
yeah.
all's all. But Total Peas is now in the DRS zone of Andreas, which will be really, really interesting to see if he can get anything done there.
Yeah, within 9/10 of Andreas now, gaining quite quickly.
What we're going to do, so they're both coming into the pits now, and we'll be seeing if Peas can close up on the exit. Obviously they're going to be losing a couple of positions.
But this is really going to be the battle between Peas and Andreas.
It does look like that. Obviously Peas is going to lose a little bit of time there, 5/10s just because of pit exiting when he could get up to speed. Now, is Milan going to be able to get out in front? No, but he's closed up massively now to Peas. So, not quite making the undercut work, but definitely making it, well, he's on the medium, so he might be a bit quicker, but obviously Peas is going to be quicker towards the end. What we saying? Phil Razor now is leading this race, which is looking kind of interesting. He's going to be coming into the pits now. We've got Dan Murphy and Droftas. Phil Razor is now coming into the pits. He's going to be coming out, I think, in about P10, dropping down straight through. These are the top 3 runners now. Obviously, Infamous Pillars has been overtaken by Energetics. That doesn't make sense. Apparently, Infamous Pillars has been on those softs for 0 laps, which would mean he was in front of Andreas at some point, which is interesting. So yeah, I don't think his dealt as well. Oh, yeah, no, we've got 0 laps on Droftas and Dan Murphy and Farf as well. So I guess we're going to have to basically go off what we're told.
Just guess.
So lap 12, we're looking at a lap probably 24 pit for the medium runners. I'm just gonna it's a glitch, I'm being told. Yeah, so we've got Energetics now coming into the pits. Is he going to be able to do this nicely? Yes, he does. He's avoiding that 5-second penalty. So we've got Milan, who has actually oh, my controller ran out of battery. But we've got Milan, who has actually overtaken Total Peas. Whether they're going to be able to get back onto the back of Andreas, that'll be another question. But they're going to be behind these medium runners for a little while yet, because they're going to be pitting maybe in 9 laps time or so. Rather, should be pitting onto the soft compound tyres. As we've got Energetics who's gone onto the mediums as well. Does only seem to be 2 drivers who have gone for the harder compounded tyres, and that is Phil Razor and Total Peas. F15 picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. I don't think anyone's going to be able to keep up with any of these penalties I'm calling out, but Andres is pulling away at the moment. I
think Milan going in the middle of Peas and Andreas has helped a lot there.
Well, I think it's definitely helped out Andreas, because Andreas does seem to be pulling on Milan.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Wait, is Robbie actually joining the battle party?
No, his internet's too bad apparently. But Milan picking up another 3-second time penalty. And I feel like Andreas is having quite a nice little race out here at the moment. Got a nice little 2-second buffer. And what we'll do is, I guess I'll have to be the one who invites the podium guys and interviews them. Because our main commentator has died.
Yeah.
But Andreas chilling a bit, see if he can get on the back of Infamous Pillars for the DRS. Because he is pulling on Milan, really. I'm just gonna... Christopher Rowland now saying go. I'm not sure who he's saying go to, but yeah, go. Whether we're talking about Infamous Pillars, Andreas, Milan or Peas, those are the ones I've mentioned, but having a little bit of an oversteering moment there, but we're gonna be looking at that as it's doing. I think I'm just going to do a little bit of research because I've just been told something. Yeah, as it stands, Andreas and Milan will be level on points if it finishes the way it does, because obviously Andreas came P2 last week, Milan came P1, so there's definitely a lot more than just P1 and 2 in this now, as Milan wants to maybe get to that 50 points. Andreas is really going to look for that consistency, but if Total Ps can get past this man.
Has Milan pitted?
Milan has pitted, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
These three are in a net 1, 2 and 3, P5, 6 and 7.
Nice.
Now see, I can't really see what the gap is between Phil, so VI Energetics is going to have to gain over 3 seconds on Phil Razor if he wants to get into that net P5, I think it is, or net P4. I'm sure it'll be net P5 or 6 by the time the medium runners do finish. Oh, actually, no, sorry, it'll be a net P4, but the medium runners will be a lot quicker. Yeah, Andreas will be a net P1 based on alphabetical order and basically stuff like that. But obviously, if it goes down to wire on championships, that won't be the case. Obviously, that's the advantage of having yourself with the letter A in your name, I would say. You always get near the top straight away. As Andres may be getting held, is definitely getting held up now by Infamous Pillars. Milan is closing this gap quickly as Infamous Pillars actually goes defensive and keeps it up the inside. Is he going to be able to make this movement on the newer tyres? Andreas can get through on Infamous Pillars. Obviously, we've got Robbie in the chat saying hashtag Tavis out, and honestly, I would agree. He's a dreadful commentator.
Well, that's nice.
But what we've got is Dan Murphy has pulled away from Farf and Droftas. Again, I've missed that overtake.
Farf gets
definitely rusty.
Well.
Farf has been... See, I've got a weird feeling we could see a DSQ around this track.
Yeah, there are a number of penalties that have been coming out.
As we've got Lost Souls in the pits.
Thompson had too many recently.
Lost Souls is now getting lapped. He's going to be hoping for a safety car of some sort. Phil Razor now getting a 3-second time penalty as well. I tell you what, if you can keep it on the track, you're going to be alright. As now Andreas is now being pulled into that DRS train because Infamous Pillars is latching on just about to the DRS, so DRS of Andreas. Now Droftas is side by side with Farf, and Farf makes a stick, but it does look like Droftas just gave it up. I'm not sure if he didn't think it was fair or something, but Andreas is on a charge, and he's going to be looking to attack these guys as soon as possible. The more cars he can get in between him and Milan, the better. As we've got some more comments, we've got Indigo, hate this game, dirty air and penalties, and my pace has dropped too.
Going into the pits.
Indigo not happy at all with his pace. Obviously, practice makes perfect, but we've got these guys are going to be going on to the hards, surely. Yeah, no, yes. They're on the softs, but apparently they're 20 laps old, so that's fun.
20 laps softs, nice.
Yeah, I think this bready salted guy is chatting absolute rubbish, saying he wishes VIL Maz was back. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wishes that.
I don't think we really want Transformers on the mic, but obviously Optimus Prime might be recruiting very, very soon.
In fact, I'm pretty sure our viewers have gone up since Maz left.
Yeah, they actually have by 2. So, yeah. But what we're looking at is Milan now in P2, only 1.5 seconds now off Andres. He's going to be wanting to probably close up to the Alfa Romeo driver. Obviously, we can only hope that Andres doesn't suffer the same fate as Raikkonen around the double left. Apparently, I'm now being racist against Transformers, and you know what? I might be. But we're going to be seeing...
Yeah, Jonathan back there getting the penalties again, just when I was saying he was doing well.
Didn't he say anything about Jonathan? But, you know, maybe you spoke in your mind. But total peace is all over the back of Milan. These hard tyres may be kicking in now. As I'm not sure if my comment section's loading anymore. That's a bit concerning. As I've just got a notification saying that someone said something, but it does look like Pease might be stepping on the gas a little bit. He's looking very, very strong. Obviously, I don't think I've seen him pick up a penalty yet. Milan has got his fair share. Actually saying that.
Andreas does.
I couldn't tell you.
Let me have a look.
Oh, no, I never got a comment. I'm just imagining that I was popular. But Total Peace is going to be making his move probably this lap now. So what we're going to do is sit on board as he goes round the outside, makes that look easy as anything. Milan's not going to be able to do anything about it, and now Peace is now on the hunt, so Andres is definitely in the net lead of this championship now. Coming round here, if he can hold off Pease and get this P1, he'll be ecstatic. Your comments are failing to load. No, they're not. They're back here now. Let me see.
Oh yeah, Milan's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Tavis, could you be my comment man? Apparently my comments are failing to load.
My comments stopped loading ages ago. Hang on, I'll try reloading the streams.
Yeah, because I'm not getting any, which is shocking by YouTube, really. The only person I'm getting it from is Brady, Robbie, so maybe Robbie speak for other people, please. I'd like to see the quotation marks.
Seems to be like the only comments there in at the moment.
Yeah, no, I am getting notifications that comments are coming through, but I'm not seeing anyone. Yeah, if you want to do the quotation marks and then equals whoever, but Jesus Christ, Peace is catching up quickly here now. He's almost within a second. We've got yellow flags in sector 3. That's Jonathan Cox. And he's had an issue now, and I think he's is that a puncture?
Going into the pits?
No, Jonathan Cox has had a puncture.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan Cox has got a puncture, a rear left puncture. That's
there, then?
Punctures on this game seem to be very realistic. So he's going to be coming into the pit, being overtaken by a fair few drivers. Exile setting the fastest lap of the fastest lap of the lap, we'll say that.
According to the game, 23 laps softs.
We've got So obviously we're going to see this man, who we're on board with. In total, P's probably going to be closing up to the back of Andreas quickly.
Maz saying there, Tavi's going to get a puncture in your face. Read it out. Yeah, okay.
That'd be an interesting look, I'll tell you that, but obviously Total Peace, I think, improving there, so he's only getting quicker, and these guys are starting to feel the tyre wear. I can't begin to wonder how happy he's going to be about actually finally winning a race rather than bottling it if he actually manages to get to the end. And he is tied in very early there.
He should be able to gain on him because he's on the harder compound tyres.
Well, yeah,
and,
I think
the mediums will be falling off soon.
Well, they seem to be now. If he can get within that 1 second, he will definitely be on the attack. He knows he's like a shark in water right now. He's on one, and I don't think anyone's going to be able to stop him. As I've missed Dan Murphy overtake Phil, so I need to start paying a bit more attention to F1.5, as I'd like to say. But again, Milan's in the pits. Milan's had an issue. I'm not sure what for, but he's now served his 5-second penalty. He's going on to the softs. I'm really interested on what that is, because we've now got Dan Murphy, Pease, and Andreas. Because I didn't see any wing change, so I'm not sure if maybe there was a puncture or something, but that's not
saying, can we cancel Freddie? I agree.
I think that's a very good thing to do.
Everyone to sign a petition or something.
As we've got, now Pease is in that 1 second gap. It's just those two now. As F1 Farf is side by side with Phil Razor, and he's made that move stick quite easily, it seems. As we've got the other Alfa Romeo now closing up to almost the sort of helpless Ferrari. He seems to just be falling through the grid. There's not much he seems to be able to do about it. These guys are absolutely on one. Farf picking up yet another. He's got at least 15 seconds, I would say now. But yeah, we're going to be just sitting on board and watching Energetics close in, as Phil Razor just can't seem to do anything. We have got, obviously,
he's now within half a second of Andreas.
That move's going to, I think, come to fruition very, very soon. Cannot speak. That was something that happened last year. Yep, I still haven't gone to speech therapy. And yeah, we've got Droftas actually still on the back of this, on the soft tyres, so we can't count him out either. We have just got another comment as well, saying Hilke representing B Racing. Yes, he is the bus driver himself, coming and driving his Formula bus around the Styrian Grand Prix. I do think it has a lot more better ring to it now than the Austrian. Styrian sounds much better, but it does look like he isn't really looking to pass as of yet. But maybe
on him though every lap.
Maybe he knows something we don't. But I'm going to stick on board. He's defo not looking to pass. I think he knows something. Unless Andreas is pushing, but it does look like he definitely has the pace to pass this guy and just walk away. Now Droftas is within 4/10 of Energetics needs to put a car in between him and Droftas, or this could get dangerous for him. Obviously being the middle man in an attack defense scenario is not great. Exile now passing Nova on his 32 lap old softs.
Bit of a slide from Pease though, set him back a couple of tenths.
Well, obviously there'll be something we're used to seeing as Pease bottling a good position. YouTube Nova getting his position back off Exile. What we're going to do is quickly sit back
Pease
on.
Gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help him.
Could really
Andreas
decide
has
the
no
race.
penalties at the moment.
So he's going to have to pass. This is going to be very, very close. As Energetics now gets past Phil Razor. Droftas now looking to get past Phil Razor, just sort of gliding that up the inside. Phil Razor now side by side. He's got the DRS. There's not much he can do. And now Energetics is under pressure from Droftas. Phil Razor moving very late there, all the way across the grid. So there might be a couple things said about this man's driving, maybe a bit of a Grosjean on the grid today, but we are looking at Phil defending a net P5. So I got another comment, but obviously it's not going to load because YouTube is shit.
It's not loaded for me either, I don't know.
But we have got P's within 2 tenths now. He's going to be pushing. And maybe it's time for him to try and get past. I don't know. I don't think he is. It's weird though, because Andreas obviously has penalties, but P's doesn't. Unless he's going to get past. Oh, Andreas having a big moment there. And it's looking like P's could be on the overtake here. He's got his overtake on. He's just gliding past. And that's it. That's the move done.
Nice move there.
He's made that look beautiful. That's textbook there for the lead of the race. Now, there we go. That's just a blunt face from Robbie there. And
3 seconds on Andreas.
I tell you what, he's still walking. He's walking off, it seems like. But we've got Jonathan Cox getting another 3 seconds. This race hasn't gone well for him. I think he knows that as well. But obviously we've got, I think, Japan next week. So completely different set, almost challenge. We've had the 2 possibly fastest tracks or fastest lap times at the first 2 races. And then Nova and Exile just can't seem to be split. They're all over each other. He's already
almost a second in front of Andreas. He's really pulled away here.
I think he knows what he's doing. I think he knows he's in control of he's in control of his fate at this point, honestly. Andreas now out the 1 second gap. Whether he's picked up, he has got the DRS, but he's still falling back. This is incredible, honestly. I think Pete is going to be flying now. He's going to break. He's broken the 1 second. This could be it. This could
if
be.
If he can keep his pace with his harder tyres.
Tell you what, though.
Andreas with the mediums.
Energetics still can't get past Phil Razor. I think Phil Razor is hanging on to the DRS of Droftas, but the problem is Milan's on the soft compounder tyres, and he's going to be closing in on them quickly. Whether he can get past all 3 of them by the end of the race is another question, though. What did Exile get exiled for? I did say P's for pole and win. Well, he didn't get the pole, but he might be getting the win. He's 1.5, half as 1.5 seconds more to gain for him, and he's alright. Obviously, Andreas knows this as well. And Energetics just is stuck, isn't he? He's completely stuck behind Phil Razor. That's a brilliant camera angle there now. Just watching these 3. Obviously, we've got the Honda power unit leading the 2 Ferraris. Very realistic for us. If it was dry, yeah. Well, it did dry up near the end, and he didn't get it. So, you chat rubbish, Robbie.
Get out of our comment section.
But yes, we have got. He'll really just. I feel like he's desperate to get past. I know he knows he's quicker than Phil Razor, but whether he can do anything is just another thing. He's within 3 attempts, and he's just been sitting there for the whole race, pretty much, or for quite a while, really. I think this move will happen in a couple, maybe this lap or the next one, as Phil Razor isn't. This DRS is definitely saving the young Dutch driver. Well, it's a Dutch v Dutch situation. Obviously, Phil Razor has been adopted as Brazilian, so I would assume we'll just call him Brazilian from now. But
surely Jonathan's nearing disqualification here.
Well, I don't know. He is P13, so It wouldn't do much for his race. He would end up being P16 overall, but Andreas is 2.2 seconds. Now, if he can stay within 8 tenths for the next couple laps, but honestly, total P is looking fantastic.
He's out of DRS now, so P's is just going to pull away.
Well, I'm not going to say it yet, but we have a little double P.
You can see the time.
A double P saying for this man, and honestly, he's looking very much like it this race. So obviously, we've got us being threatened to be stabbed with a baguette by Robbie, but you know.
Okay.
That would be a very interesting attempt, but that is 2.8 seconds now, the gap between Pease and Andreas. It does seem like Pease has got this strategy perfect, knowing that these mediums are going to fall off, and he's just going to fly past everyone, which he has done. Obviously, I'm not sure what the circumstances of Milan pitting was. That's really sort of... But Favre just almost driving off the track and picking up yet another 3-second penalty. These four are so close together. About 2 seconds splitting the four of them. So...
You know what though? Dan Murphy is actually gaining very rapidly on Andreas. So
I don't think it'll be enough. He's got two...
It might not be in time, but...
And now his 3 seconds is done now by total P's. He's got to make sure he doesn't pick up another set of penalties. And I think he'll have this done. But we've got Dan Murphy almost just sitting on his own. Farf and P4 defending now against this hungry pack of 4 drivers. Could have been 5 if Milan was just there. But at the moment, I do think Andreas takes the lead of this championship if it stays like it is. Finish at P2 and 2. Yeah, that would mean via consistency pretty much. Andreas will be the championship leader by the end of this race. Obviously, we've got now Pease coming on to start his final lap of the race. He knows what he's got to do. Keep that gap above 3 tenths, and
it's looking
he
strong.
will be on another level. Still a good result from
still gaining a lot of time.
Andreas, and yeah,
safe.
He will lead the championship, and he's just gained masses of times there. But I think he's... Oh, we've got a spin for Energetics. He's now just been overtaken by...
Dear.
It's gone wrong. On the final lap of the race, Energetics has been overtaken by Milan.
Phil Razor trying to go around the...
Phil Razor's done it. Phil Razor's
that was very close.
Phil Razor's had scenario 7 go on, and Favre trying to turn in a little bit early there.
Trying to do a bit of an album there, but
yeah, it didn't quite work there. But Phil Razor is now in P4. Whether penalties
Jonathan
and everything.
With another 3-second penalty.
Jonathan's loving it. But this is your race winner for today. Perfect P's, as I like to say. PP, almost little perfect Peter.
Spin into a wall.
A beautiful race, almost perfectly done. Andreas actually won this race over penalties.
Wait, what?
So Andreas is now
multiple penalties.
Pease has now gone into P2. So Andreas
Pease only had 1 set of penalties.
Pease now wins this. Sorry, comes second in this race. Andreas wins on penalties, and really extends his lead in the championship more than we expected it. Droftas into P3 because of penalties for Dan Murphy. 4 tenths back, and he would have done it. But then you got Phil Razor in P5, Milan in P6, Energetics P7, Favre dropping down miles because obviously his penalty situation. Infamous Pillars in P9, and Farhad getting the last of the points for today. I'm going to try and get the drivers in. So who was it? It was Droftas, Pease and Andreas. So because some of these guys decide they're going to appear offline, like absolute dickheads, I have to scroll a long way. So where are we? Peas. Sorry guys, I've got to scroll quite a way. There we go. So I'm going to invite these two, and then I've got to invite Droftas as well, which I haven't yet done. So I don't know if I've got him on my friends list, so I'll just quickly search him up. It's a very easy name to remember. Droftas. There we go, Droftas, and no players have been found, so not quite sure. AHS. Oh. There we go, and I'll invite him. So, obviously, we're going to speak to our race winner for today. Andreas, do you have your voice shared for today?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay, so talk about the race to us. Tell us what went on and, obviously, how you won.
Yeah, I'm really happy with myself. I was made a mission that I would not get any penalties this race, and I managed to do it. Since I got pole, I just figured out that my main rivals like Peace and Milan and the rest of the fastest guys were like a little bit behind me. So my plan was basically just get out of the DRS at the start as fast as you can. And after that, just drive your own race. It was so easy for me to drive my own race because I didn't have to worry about any pressure or anything.
Well, yeah, it definitely worked for you there. Definitely with the no penalties when you were that race. Obviously, Mr. Consistent, I would call you now. P1 and 2. So, obviously, congratulations on that. You're now a new championship leader. So,
yeah, thank you.
Looking good for you. We'll go on to Peas. Could have won that, but obviously couldn't keep it on the track. What went wrong?
No, it was just early in the race. I was behind Milan, just trying to preserve energy, fuel, because I knew at the end of the race the cars were going to be the most faster tyre. So I sat behind, but obviously comes the consequences, getting dirty and going off the track. And I knew I had to get ahead of him, but I didn't know. I forgot I had 6 seconds. I only thought I had 3 seconds.
Well, we only thought you had 3 seconds as well.
Yeah, we only thought you had 3 as well, yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, I had good pace. When we just came out, so I'd say it was a good race.
Yeah,
well, you should have won, Peace. You should have won. You were faster than me this race.
Yeah, well, keeping it on the track is what wins it.
Well, it's a good race from both of you there. We haven't managed to get Droftas in the party, so we'll end the stream here, and we'll see you guys next.
Saying, "Where's my invite?"
I did invite him. Oh, I'm going to invite him again. We'll give him a. Wait, DROFTAHS, I think. Invite. I've now invited him again. We'll see if he can join. And we'll just sit here for a second and see if he is around.
He should be if he's asking for an invite.
But that was a sweaty race. Jeez, definitely too much
fun.
Well,
you broke away massively there, Andreas, by the start, especially with everyone battling.
That was basically my plan, because I knew Peace was going to catch up to me at one point in the race.
Well, what I'm going to do quickly is cancel that. We'll just go on to Droftas's driver profile and we'll invite him from there because... okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll try and get your interview in next week, Droftas, and hopefully you can give us a bit more insight just before the race next week. I'll make sure these guys remember it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.